Building a team is one of the most important aspects to running a business because you will not grow if you do not replace yourself. But when you get the right people in their proper place, your team is guaranteed to help you service existing customers and allow you to acquire new ones. And your business will most definitely grow because you've got more time available for you to utilize at your disposal. But in today's video, I'm doing a job recap of an $11,000 crack seal coat and striping job that my office guy sold from cold calling and doing cold outreach. And I'm covering several aspects of this job, from how we got it, what we charged, and much more. But before we get to the video, if you're interested in line striping or seal coating, we've got training courses that are available that teach you how to stripe and how to seal coat. We cover in those courses how to do the job, what to charge, how to get customers, and much more. The links will be in the comment section and the description of this video. Or if you're interested in getting some in-person training and want some hands-on experience in the field, go to the second link in the comment section and the description, fill out the in-person training form, and then text me afterwards. That way we can have a conversation about getting you started. But it is an investment, so if you're not really serious about making the commitment for the in-person classes, you can always just grab the How to Stripe or the How to Seal Coat course. Subscribe, hit the notification bell icon, like the video, let's get into it. Okay, before I get too far into the video, I just want to give y'all a quick update on how our season has been going so far this year. We've been going non-stop all season. We've been pressure washing, crack sealing, seal coating, and parking lot striping. We got work coming in from multiple states, and it just keeps coming. I've hired 2 full-time workers in the field, a full-time sales rep who sits in the office all day long, making calls, visiting properties, and closing deals. Now what I'm going to do is talk to you about 5 steps that you can implement today that are going to help you close more deals. And this is the exact same thing that I taught my sales guy what to do and how to do it. So step 1, you want to make sure that you're prospecting properly. You want to find the right customer. Not every single person that you come in contact with is your customer. But that's what my sales guy does, is just does cold outbound prospecting. He doesn't wait for the leads to come in. If you guys do not have consistent, predictable lead flow coming in, you need to make sure that you are actively searching for customers. All right, so he identifies commercial properties that need his service with visible damage, right? And then once he does that, he tries to get in contact with the decision makers on site. All right, now after he's done his prospecting and he gathers information, because that's important, right? You don't want to go up to a property completely blind. Make sure before you go and look at a property, you know who the owner is or who the holding company is. So what we try to do is have all of that information available to us. That way, when he goes on site to look at the property, he can talk directly with the decision maker and then just ask for them when he gets there. Okay, so don't wait for the phone to ring. If you don't have consistent leads coming in, you need to create a spreadsheet, make 100 phone calls a day, and there's no reason why with 100 phone calls, you should be able to send out at least 20 estimates. And if you need some advice on how to do that or how to send out more estimates on cold outbound outreach, let me know. Feel free to text me. I'd love to give you some information that might be able to help you. So after that, he comes in contact with the decision maker. All right, before, and this is the mistake that a lot of people make, they try to send out a quote immediately, like they immediately rush into the sale. All right, remember, if you're trying to approach a potential customer, you want to lead with value first. You don't want to just walk up there and go, hey, can I stripe your parking lot so I can make some money? You want to lead with value first and say something like, hey, I noticed your parking lot could really use some crack sealing and pothole repair and seal coating. That way it'll be safer and more professional. And I can get you a professional quote today if you're interested in finding out how much it would cost to make the property safer and also look better. You see how different that sounds than just, hey, would you like a free quote so I could stripe your parking lot? So once you get in contact and you get the decision maker's name, phone number, and email, then before you offer sending out a free quote, just say, hey, I was in the area. I'd love to meet with you and go over some potential hazards that are on your property. And then once you get them on site, you can begin to point out all of those pain points. That way you have a higher chance of closing the deal. Okay, so when you walk in, like I said, don't lead with price, lead with a solution. Ask who's in charge of the property maintenance or asphalt repairs, and then once you have the right contact, make sure you write it down or try to get them on site and then walk the property with them. That's what the sales guy does. Okay, and he closed this entire deal without me involved. All right, step number 3 is once he had all the information, he made contact with the decision maker, then he sent the quote. I think this parking lot was about 35 or 40,000 square feet of seal coating. There was 100 lines and a lot of fire lane and a lot of crack sealing, but ultimately it wasn't that complicated of a job. I think it cost us a couple $1,000s in supplies, but he was able to send the quote out to the customer, and then now the customer has all the information that they need. You know, they know that they got X amount of square feet of seal coating. This is how many lines, and if it's ADA compliant, if the fire lane's out of compliance. Like, after he sent the quote, now the property owner not only knows that he has a problem, but he can visibly see what it's going to cost to fix it. So don't overcomplicate your quotes. Make them visual and easy to read, and send it within 24 hours of contact, because what that's going to do is going to show professionalism. So after he sent the quote, step 4, make sure that you have consistency in your follow-ups. This is very important. What I like to do and what I trained him to do is after you send the quote, follow up with them consistently until they tell you no. All right, and I believe that this was the key to landing the deal, is because he followed up every few days. Now, not in a pushy way, but he did it professionally. He'd send a call or a text and say, hey, I'm just checking on you, just want to see where we're at. You know, it's always good to follow up with people on the end of the week and just say, hey, hope the family's doing all right, haven't heard anything back, want to let you know I'm just thinking about you, talk to you next week, right? And doing little things like this, consistently following up, is going to increase your chances of closing the deal as well. Think about this from a property owner's perspective. If you've sent me a quote and I haven't called you back yet, well, I'm either determining if it's in my budget or if I want to use you or not, because I might be gathering other quotes. But the thing is following up with somebody and saying, hey, have you had a chance to look at my quote yet, is a lot different than, hey, hope the family's doing okay, haven't heard from you in a while, check back in with you next week. It increases the chances of you closing the deal, because not only are they a customer, but now it's like, hey, man, this guy's asking how my family's doing. Always, always, always ask how they are doing. Now, step 5, this is very important, and I believe that it is the most important aspect of closing the jobs on cold contact deals. Securing the job, step 5. This is what he did. After a few follow-ups, the person replied and called him, and they had a phone conversation. After they have a phone conversation, this is what I teach my sales guy to do. If they're getting closer to the decision-making process and they begin to ask questions about the timeline, what material we're going to use, do we have insurance, yada yada, stuff like that. Like, if you get to the point where they start asking you questions like that, you need to hop on the phone and close them immediately. So in our CRM, we use Quote IQ, and this is what I like about it, is they can click accept from their cell phone, and once they accept it, they can sign it, and then we get a notification that the customer accepted the job. So I told him, I want you to make sure that when you make contact with these people, I want you to hop on the phone, get them on the phone, and while they are on the phone, I want you to make sure that they click accept if at all possible. Because they have it in front of them, you can walk them through the step-by-step process of what we're going to do, how much it's going to cost, material we're going to use, and they've got all the information and they're reading it along with you. Like, how many times do you guys send out quotes and then you don't hear back from the people, right? Get them on the phone. Like, have them read your quote, what material you're going to use, how much it's going to cost, the kind of paint, you know, if it's good paint, whatever the case may be. But if they have a visual and you're actively talking to them, I have closed so many deals from just saying, hey, I've already sent you that quote. Do me a favor, go ahead and pull it up real quick. That way we can look at it together and we can walk through the process of how to get it started, right? And not only that, but like, if they're going to accept it as well, like the sales guy sent a quote today. He's going to follow up here in about 10 minutes. And I told him, hey, if you don't hear anything back, call them and then have them pull it up. Say, hey, just wanted to see if you've seen that quote. If not, it's fine. You can pull it up while we're here together on the phone. I can walk you through it and we can kind of talk about the price. If you guys do those 5 things and implement them today, I firmly believe that you will close more deals just like I teach my guy to do. So step 1, prospecting. Make sure that you find the right customer. Step 2, make contact with the decision maker directly, not the receptionist, not the gatekeeper. Make sure you get in contact with the decision maker. And that's information that we teach in our training programs. We teach you how to do that. All right, step number 3, make sure you send the quote. Step 4, consistently follow up. Always, always, always follow up and ask how customers are doing. And then step number 5, secure the job. Have them pull up the estimate on the phone and click accept before you hang up the call. If you implement these 5 things, I guarantee you it will help you close more deals and you'll book more jobs on your calendar. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell icon, and we will see you in the next video.